loves free things, but what about a free ACT?
And is seminar needed anymore?
I'm Maddie Lohmeyer.
And I'm Derrick Aragon.
Keep watching to find out more on this edition of Tribe News.
There's been talk about the possible addition of Roundabouts to Vine Street. Let's take a look on how the City of Hays plans on tackling the project. Reporter Claire Shippy has more on the story.
The City of Hays has had many traffic problems north of town. The city staff and engineers have been working with KDOT to come up with a solution to these traffic issues. They decided on the proposition of putting in roundabouts to replace traffic signals. They believe that this will help improve traffic flow and decrease the number of accidents. There will be 3 different locations in Hays containing roundabouts for an overall estimated cost of $6 million. I personally got to sit down with Kevin Zimmer, who works for KDOT, to get an inside scoop about the plans and some more background information about these roundabouts.
The roundabouts right now are actually just being designed, so there hasn't been a set date for these being built, but the projected time is actually probably around spring of 2020. And it's most likely going to last for around 2 years. With the size of this, it definitely can't be done in one summer. So the projection to complete these will be around probably the fall of 2021. The idea of the roundabouts actually wasn't any of our idea, quite frankly, but this area has been studied for probably a better part of 2 decades. And so the City of Hays in the past has always reached out to engineering firms to look at the area to see what can be done to relieve congestion. And with this latest round, they again hired a consulting firm to come up with different ideas, alternatives, to come up with just solutions to this area, and the roundabouts was one of those solutions.
Kevin Zimmer explains how the community will adapt to the roundabouts based on how much experience a driver has had and their comfort level with them.
Quite honestly, I think some of them are going to like them, and there's going to be a lot of people that hate them initially. So I think a lot of that hinges on whether or not you've ever driven through a roundabout and just kind of your comfort level with them. Those people won't be so scared of them right away, but if you've never experienced one of these, it's definitely going to be a change. Okay, with these particular roundabouts, one of the biggest challenges that I project will be folks need to realize think ahead of time which lane they need to be in. These are kind of unique in that the fact that they are 2 lanes wide, and so before you get into the roundabout, definitely have to pay attention to the signs, pavement markings, and that sort of stuff, so you know which lane to be in. So the project is being funded by several different sources, but the biggest one actually is from the federal government. The City of Hays applied for a grant from the Federal Highway Administration, and they were awarded it. So the bulk of it again is from the feds, and then the City of Hays will be picking up the majority of the rest of the tab for that.
After hearing information from an expert, I decided to ask the students and staff of Hays High what they think about these roundabouts.
I personally have not driven through roundabouts, but I've been in a car when my mom has had to drive our 37-foot trailer through one of them.
Coming from Manhattan, there's like 2 or 3 of them that you use all the time in Manhattan. So I've had a lot of experience with them.
I've been through some cities with roundabouts. I lived in Lawrence, which has a few roundabouts, so every time I go there, I have to drive through them.
I have had experience in different towns, and then when I was over in Europe, we got to experience it on a big bus.
I don't think they're going to help much. I think it's going to make it worse. The people in Hays can barely navigate a 4-way stop, so I don't think it's going to help having a roundabout.
They're not bad once you get used to them. Like, I'm sure there'll be a lot of confusion starting out. But once people get used to them, like the big thing here though is like with college students coming in new every year, I can imagine there's going to be some problems in those areas to start anyway.
I kind of like them really. They are fairly simple once you get used to them. Just kind of use the right of way. If you're in the circle, you have the right of way. If not, you have to wait on those to go through. So once people get used to that, I think it'll go smooth.
I'm in favor of them, but I also know that out here in northwest Kansas, it's going to be a huge change because people aren't familiar with how they work. I've experienced it, I see how it works, and I'm okay with it.
The new roundabouts will be placed in 3 different locations, including 32nd, 37th, and 41st Streets. The one that will be placed on 33rd and Vine Street will be in a peanut-shaped, and the other 2 will be a traditional shape. According to the city data, an average of 31 accidents occur on this stretch of Vine Street every year. City commissioners agreed that the roundabouts will decrease traffic congestion and create a safer roadway environment. Local businesses around the area are concerned that they will lose business because of the limited access to parking because of these roundabouts. Soon the city of Hayes should stop seeing as many accidents as they have been seeing with these new roundabouts being put in. I'm Shippy reporting from Tribe Broadcasting.
The future looks bright for the girls' swim team this season, and most of that potential can be credited to their new swim coach, Mr. Luke Lundmark. Let's take a moment to meet him.
I'm Luke Lundmark. I am the new head girls swim coach. What made me want to be a coach? I think the biggest thing that I wanted to be a coach was I really like helping kids excel, and I really like helping kids kind of get better at their skills, and I really like swimming. So I swam in high school, I swam growing up, so this is something that's like near and dear to my heart. So I really want kids to experience swimming and to just get better at it. My expectations and goals for this season are I want the girls to just get better at any stroke that they want to get better at. I want them to feel good about themselves and to know that they're getting better and better. And I'd like to make a couple kids go to state and maybe hopefully a relay team go to state. But if a kid starts on day 1 and excels and gets better by the last day of the swim season, that's all I want really. So anything I plan to do differently than previous seasons? I really want every practice to just build on each other. So we're gonna start with basic skills and then just build on that, and hopefully by the end of the season, the kids will have so much yardage put in, and the kids will have a lot of time in the water that they'll be able to, do anything that's asked and be able to swim all 4 strokes with, hopefully good results. So for fundraising and sponsors, what I did was I first kind of targeted local businesses that I know are supportive of high school sports, and I approached them and I asked if they wanted to be a name sponsor for us, and I found 2 sponsors, Northwestern Printers and then Dr. Lyle Nordahawk is our other name sponsor. And then for fundraising, we had a Sonic night at our local Sonic, which went really, really well. We had lots of turnout from not only Hayes High kids, but also some TMP kids came over because they were friends of athletes. And then we were selling butter braids, which are delicious, and hopefully that will, give us a good start to hopefully, building on that every season.
Seminar has been around for a hot minute now, but recently there's been talk that changes need to be made. Reporter Eli Booth shares more on the controversy.
There's been a controversy over whether or not we should have seminar for a while now. Many students and teachers have their own opinions on this topic. We spoke to some of those students and teachers and asked them their thoughts.
I really think that seminar is an important part of what we do at Hayes High. It's a chance for teachers to get to know students on a more consistent basis. A lot of us only have semester-long classes and we see kids every other day, but our seminar, we get to be with those students at least every day and for hopefully all 4 years that they're with us at Hayes High. So it's just a good opportunity to get to know students in a lot more meaningful way. So I really like it. I hope it's something that we maintain because I think it helps strengthen our school community.
That's a great question. I know seminar is kind of a controversial subject these days, but I value seminar. That's for a variety of reasons. First, not only am I a teacher, but I'm a coach, and so seminar is a great opportunity for students to see their teachers who they would otherwise not see, maybe for a missed sporting event, and it makes it really easy for them to stay up atop their homework.
I think my favorite part about seminar is just being able to hang out and get a break during the day in between classes. And I think if we're not going to have seminar, we should just take the time from seminar off from the day at school so we don't even have to deal with the extra time of putting into classes or not having it at all.
My opinion on seminar is it's good that students have time to finish what they need to get done, but a lot of the time I'm just sitting there not doing anything, so it's a little bit too long, I think.
Clearly, students and teachers have different opinions on seminar. Teachers typically think that we stay on task with our seminar time, but in reality, not all students have anything to work on. We also asked the students and teachers whether it would change anything with seminar or not.
Yeah, actually, it was It was nice when it was longer, but since it's shorter, but we get to see you guys every day, I think with GPS also being a new addition to our schedule, I would like to see us do a little bit more with the seminar time in terms of maybe using that time to teach students like some life skills, using it to maybe give students more of an opportunity to go and participate in clubs so that they're not having to do that outside of the school day, because a lot of students work or have other extracurricular activities, so maybe use it more to help students get involved or connected with clubs without having to use outside class time.
45 minutes or about 30 minutes isn't, it's not a lot of time to get a lot done. So as far as the time frame is concerned, I don't know if I'd change a whole lot, because it's just more of a, hey, check in, see what I missed sort of opportunity. And it's also a good opportunity for me as a teacher to see students I would not otherwise see in class that maybe don't take business education courses. So yeah, I think it's great.
I think seminar should be shorter or just non-existent.
Seeing the differences between the students' and teachers' opinions on seminar really makes you think that this issue isn't going away anytime soon. This has been Eli Booth reporting for Tri Broadcasting.
As students approach their upperclassmen years, they prepare for the long-dreaded ACT. However, a twist to this year's test might make it more bearable. Let's find out more to this year's free ACT with reporter Alicia Feyerherm.
The ACT is one of the most important tests high schoolers will take. Your ACT scores determine what colleges you get into, what scholarships you can apply for, and opens up other opportunities. Normally the test costs around $50 for people to take, but this year the high school is offering a free ACT on February 20th. We sat down with counselor Sue Ellen Stanger to talk about the test.
The ACT is the entrance exam, so to speak, for college. It's for a college or university, four-year college or university. Students who reach a composite score of 21 or better, that is one way that they can qualify to be admitted into a college. The ACT is a predictor on how successful students will do once they are in college, and ACT scores are the qualifiers for many scholarships.
For those planning on going straight into the workforce, the ACT work keys will be offered on February 21st for interested students.
The work keys, ACT work keys, is new to us at Hayes High. That is an assessment for the workplace. There's 3 different tests within that assessment, and some businesses recognize that students can score anyway from bronze being the lowest to silver to gold to platinum on each of the subject tests, and that can give them a leg up on getting a job.
It is yet to be determined whether there will be free ACT tests in the future, but Stanger is hopeful.
It's going to depend upon legislation and how the legislatures decide to use their money, so to speak. I believe it will continue, but I do not know for sure. This year, the seniors who have not taken an ACT were given the opportunity to take it and also to take the work keys, but I know that next year seniors will not be allowed to have that. The option is going to be just for the juniors next year.
Reporting for Tri Broadcasting, this is Alicia Feyerherm.
I know you've seen Guitar Club out in the hallway jamming out and thought, what's that about? So let's get to know a little more with reporter Isaac Smith.
Have you played guitar before? Then Hayes High's very own Guitar Club is a place for you. Guitar Club accepts any and all players, ranging from novices to even experienced players. The foundation of Guitar Club lays far beyond the arrival of Matt Whitney at Hayes High. It starts decades ago back in Arizona.
I taught out for my long journey of other things, and when I was hired on, and during the interview they said, "So what kind of club do you want to run?" And I said, "Club?" They said, "Yes, everybody here runs a club." Literally every teacher, 110 teachers, ran 110 clubs the last high school I was at. And I said, well, do you guys have a guitar club? They said, that's one we don't have. I said, well, I'll do the guitar club. Being that I am from the Southwest, from Arizona, and most of my good friends from Mexico play guitar, I thought it'd be important that I be able to sing Mexican folk songs for my kids in the classroom, and I think that's so cool. On top of that, I also think that, you know, it's just, it's an attention getter, it's something different. So, yeah, I didn't start playing guitar until I was 23.
The biggest part of Guitar Club is the student involvement. Adrian Dries has been playing guitar for 2 years as an avid member of Guitar Club. He describes what it's like to be a part.
Guitar Club, I describe it as kind of like a family. We all are there. We all eat burritos together. We all have fun. Like Parfait brings burritos in the morning. It's the best part of the day. We just play guitar. Besides practicing, we participate in a couple activities, such as we go out and usually in the freshman hallway and we'll play the songs that we learn. And then sometimes we'll come into the coffee shop here in the library and we'll play here for everybody to hear. So you will get to hear us. It's not just we get to practice, we get to learn, but we also get to perform. My favorite thing about Guitar Club is pretty much just guitar. We get to play for, again, 2 hours or so, and we all get to practice together. We all can learn from each other. We all get to hear each other, and it's basically the teamwork.
Guitar Club is a tight-knit team. Although they may vary in experience, they bond over the love of music and the love of burritos. This has been Isaac Smith for Try Broadcasting.
The past few years, Hayes High has been without a swim team. However, this year we were lucky enough for the team to be reunited. Let's find out more with reporter Andrea Lopez.
This year, Hayes High has reinstated the dance team with the brand new team coach, Alexis Simpson. Here at Try Broadcasting, we interviewed her on a few questions we had about the new team.
My experience before here was I danced some in studio before high school, and then in high school I was a high stepper for 4 years at McPherson. I started the team because I was a dancer in high school and it was a big part of my high school career, and I think it's very important, and I'm glad that these girls get the opportunity to have it. Honestly, I was looking for potential in tryouts because I'm not really from here, so I'm not really sure what I was looking for. So if they showed me that they were hard workers, had the dance moves, they were on the team mostly. My goals for the team, I want them to have fun, I want them to treat it like a sport, I want them to improve in dance, and for my freshmen right now, maybe they can be college dancers.
After talking to the coach, we interviewed a few of the team members on their opinions on the dance team and their experience dancing before.
I joined the team just because since I've danced so long, I felt like it's something that I could further my career in. I'm looking forward to bonding with everybody and performing big time at like Fort Hays games. The experience so far has been really good. I love all of my teammates and they're also positive and just encouraging. I bring positivity and laughter.
My experience before was I was on a competitive dance team. I've been doing it for 6 years. I'm looking forward to getting to know a lot of the girls on the team because I don't know most of the freshmen. So I tried out because it seemed like a good idea. I don't really face any challenges, more like just time consuming like everything else.
I used to dance at Styles and Becky's, and then I used to do cheerleading. I joined the team because I thought it would be fun and a great experience. I am looking forward to getting to know the team and just having lots of dancing routines that are fun. The experience so far has been great. I don't hate it. I think I can bring me. I don't know yet.
Come and support your new dance team at every girls' basketball game halftime show. This has been Andrea Lopez reporting from Try Broadcasting.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Tribe News.
Make sure to check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and SoundCloud.
Everyone have a fun and safe spring break.
And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.